What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kinda Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer slash seducer, Nick Scarpino. He's a question. What's up, Nick?
Now, I threw this out in Slack, and I didn't bother to check if you responded to it, but I figured we could do it on the show on the day. Do you remember the 1988 slap that was RoboCop, dance till you drop, do the RoboCop? Do you remember that one?
No, but I wish I did.
Never mind then. Please disregard.
How can I disregard that? That's amazing.
Please disregard.
Was it?
Okay?
Did RoboCop dance in the music video? Was
no,
it
I don't know how this came about, but it was stuck in my head. So I was like, Mike, here's this cool song.
Talking about this all
and
day.
Mike's like, oh, that's cool. We'll do. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Nick, because I don't know anything about movies from 2015 and before. So I was like, I'm gonna play this for you, and it is that same. Like skate, like you go to this roller rink in the 1980s and it's just that quintessential 80s sound. And for some reason, someone was like, we need a dope song for RoboCop, the movie. And the only thing they could come up with was like an all skate song.
Sure. I don't know. That tracks as a dope song, if you ask me.
Thank you.
Why are you thinking?
Yeah, well, you didn't write the song. I don't know why you're thinking, Ray.
He gets the credit. Good job.
I get the credit
Nick.
for it. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin
Yeah.
understands me. Kevin,
Yeah.
You know what? You guys, me and Kevin are forming our own company. We've drawn you all here because we're going to hire Cameron and we're going to form our own company out of all three of our initials.
True.
It's going to be CKN. No, I don't like that. We'll come up with something later. We'll come up with something better later.
You're so close to Nick.
Nick.
Yeah, you're right.
Independent.
Just need an I. Who's an
So,
I?
yeah,
No,
you
Nick
guys are
would just be
independent now.
NCK. NCK is Nick. Nick at night.
So now you're dropping Kevin.
NCK. Kevin. Nick Cameron. Kevin.
Yeah.
Do we know anyone that has an I in their name? Who do we know in the community that has an I in their name?
Idris Elba.
Imran.
There you go. We can form Nick. Do you think Imran would want to form a company with my name on it? Do you think
Absolutely
he'd
not.
risk career suicide for that?
Imran's going to be like, is Greg there? No. Tim? No. Oh, Nick.
Oh, blessing. You got
Kevin.
blessing, though, right? You got somebody games related, right? To be part of this company?
Nah, bro. We don't believe
Oh,
that shit.
did you,
We're good,
Imran? Huh, all right. Well, that's something to think about. All the way from far Texas, of course. He's the Hispanic heartthrob Texas treat. Latino heat. Clicking heads and ripping them to shreds. The globe trotting. Headshotting. Nitro rifle from twitch.tv. Andy Cortez.
Just cracked open a little big red action.
Ooh.
We're about to have
It's
ourselves
so
a good
rad.
podcast.
Now, if you don't mind
everybody.
me joining you, Andy, I'm going to do something similar. As you know, everybody, I'm sure you're following my exploits here on kindafunny.com. I am continuing to try to find the coffee I want, the iced coffee to drink in the afternoon from the refrigerator. And this one won me over the other day at Whole Foods because it kind of looks like a little liquor bottle.
It
kinda
does.
looks like a flask. You know
A
what I
little bit of
mean?
the old medicine, as they used to call it.
Jitter
Exactly.
Johns.
Yeah, it looked like albuterol or some sort of cough medicine for sure.
You know what? It reminds me of Ghostbusters, Nick. You remember the scene? I don't know.
No,
Remember that scene?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. People
Call
expect
it-
results.
Call it.
Wait,
luck.
what's the
it
flavor,
karma.
Greg?
This is Jittery John's cold brew coffee espresso blend, crafted with single origin beans.
Huh.
It's coffee that moves you. Single origin specialty beans sourced from
Coffee that
smallholder
moves me.
farms in the Colombian Andes mountains and locally
Andes.
roasted.
The Colombian Andes Mountains.
I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's only Tuesday. Feels like a Friday energy level. We're gonna have a great show. He's Forbes 30 under 30, aka the second best baby blues in San Francisco, aka the verified one at Tim Geddes.
That's the most, Nick. I'm very upset that I don't know that song because that sounds right up my alley. When I was
I'm gonna
little,
link. It's in the
my-
general. You want to listen to it right now,
Oh.
everyone? We're not going to get claimed for this.
no,
For the
I think it's-
RoboCop song?
Yeah.
Wait, it's in the general. What do you mean? Oh, it's in
I
the
put it in
general
the Slack.
Slack.
I put it in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe, or
Am I
maybe
the
random.
only human being that when somebody says the general, you think of the auto insurance guy?
My apologies. I put it in random. It's in random right now.
Time, go to the general and save some time.
I try to block that out because I think it's arguably the worst commercial ever. But
I
then it's
asked-
like Shaq in it, and you're like, it might be the best.
I asked Shaq if he knew the general personally.
Yeah.
He just
What'd he
didn't
say?
really give
On
me
record.
didn't give me a clear answer.
He just
He
grabbed
was
his
like,
head.
I
Shook
was like, I don't know if this guy's joking around with me or not, but
Was he in a commercial with the general, or did
Yeah,
you just
he's
oh,
the
many.
general guy.
many.
Shaq went from being on
Yeah, he
an
seemed
NBA
defended.
championship
Yeah.
team, like 7 years in a row, to being the spokesperson for
Everything.
what many would consider
Everything.
to be a second-rate insurance company.
No, but Nick, he's a spokesperson for everything.
Wow.
Like, name an American
let me-
brand.
Does he
Tell you why,
gamble?
ladies and
What is
gentlemen,
his
'cause
problem? What
he's
is his problem?
diversifying, Nick. He doesn't want to be like William the Refrigerator Perry, washed up, no teeth, no money. He gambled all his money away. He lost all his money. All right. Shaq instead invests in businesses. And from what I understand, Andy, back me up, he only invests in the businesses he uses. Like, he likes that business if he does it, which makes me go, maybe the general isn't all that bad. Because the general, of course, looks like a warmonger. You know what I mean? He's probably done a hate crime or two or whatever.
He looks exactly like Walmart. That guy has killed so many people in foreign countries that we'll never know about because the Washington Post is.
He was like he was the one going up there being like, there are weapons of mass destruction. This isn't about the oil. He lied to our fucking faces, the general.
Wait, he's the one that made us go into Iraq. It's his fault.
That's what I was driving at. Yeah,
is it
Donald
him?
Rumsfeld.
It's him. Is he bigger or not as important as Dick Cheney?
Maybe we shouldn't do this to Cam.
Before we get to
Cam
Cameron
knew what he
Kennedy,
signed up for.
before we get to Cameron Kennedy, I want to do the quick rundown. The big field general, in quotes, is what this article is calling him. I've never ever heard anybody call Shaq the big field general. It's always the big Shactus or
Shakalaka ding dong.
Yeah, he just always has a nickname or whatever.
Shakalaka ding dong.
He takes $22 million in a year through endorsement deals from Arizona Cream Soda, Icy Hot, Gold Bond, Buick, The General, Pepsi, Reebok, and Zales. And recently, he apparently has 17. He's I guess invested in 17 different Antians, pretzel restaurants, 50 different car washes, 155 Five Guys burgers and fries franchises, Muscle Milk, a movie theater with no name in front of it, and Krispy Kreme. This guy's just all over the place.
That's 775 guys.
This is what I want for men. This is what I want for all of us. Kevin, I'm going to give you $15. Please turn that into a multi-billion-dollar fucking franchise for me. Can you do that for me? Can I be an entrepreneur? I give you $15 in 1 year. I'm Shaq.
That'd be so cool if we could pull that off.
Here's my question. How many shares of Kind of Funny are we willing to give up to make Shaq a co-owner?
Before we do that, Greg, can you please, for the love of fucking God, introduce Cameron Kennedy?
First off, it's been 7 minutes. All right. Yeah. You've already mentioned Cameron Kennedy several times, but ladies and gentlemen, he's the emperor of the intro. It's Cameron Kennedy. Hello, Cameron.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
We're great. How are you? Is this what you signed up for? Are you ready for this? Huh?
I assumed it'd be something like this. I feel like I've never seen ads in the US, but I've learned a lot about them from the show. So yeah, no, this is pretty par for the course.
Where are you?
I'm in Canada. I'm in Nova Scotia. Canada.
Okay. When Cameron said this is pretty
pointed Nova Scotia,
but
when he said this is pretty par for the course, I thought he'd say this is pretty powerful stuff. It's like it is, right?
It is.
We are doing really a lot of allies.
All right. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, Cameron, how many shares should we give Shaq?
Yeah. Great question.
Of your company?
Yeah.
Great question.
I mean, if he has an investment in it, give him whatever you want. I feel like he's going to bring
what's he going to bring
to it, right?
Here's the problem, though. Right?
What is he going to bring? A headline on ESPN tomorrow that Shaq just invested in a YouTube company. Shaq's a part owner of Kind of Funny.
What does that do, though?
And then what
can
happens?
we be honest? Like,
what happens?
What brings people to the general?
Because that was the whole point of us partnering with Rooster Teeth, and they forgot about us. Tim called me the other day, like, "You guys are still fucking alive." We're like, "Yeah, can we please be a part of RTX this year?" And they're like, "I guess." And do we have a midnight slot? We can
like, "You can be a part of RTX. Just please don't insult all of the other Rooster Teeth properties." You can do that. Like, no problem.
Yeah, you can do that thing you do where Greg drinks out of his fucking nom nom bottle and starts yelling about Jeff Ramsey.
Dude, it makes me definitely. It's just coffee. I swear to God, but
you look like an alcoholic.
Definitely
so
makes me feel like I'm drinking
cool
on the street and I'm mad at people.
You look so cool. Can you do this? Can you do that thing? I love that.
Snaps.
Snow Mike says, Mike
you're saying I
should give 35.
I'm sorry, what was that, Cameron?
Oh, Mike was just saying in the Discord to give 35% to Shaq.
Wow. I was thinking we give him a share, Mike.
1%.
Mike,
I mean,
okay.
I love
Mike doesn't
Shaq.
understand how money works. I just want everyone to know that. Kevin will back me up on this.
He does not. He truly does not. The amount.
It's true. The amount of money he's spent on.
I spent $100 today on our stream. I was like, Mike, stop doing that. You're paying yourself.
It scares me.
I just love when again, my favorite thing is when there's a multiplayer game and we're just like, Mike, don't buy this for everybody, okay? Please. Like, we know that Splitgate is free. You're going to somehow figure out a way to buy it for everybody.
God.
This
I thought
explains so much of why Nick and Mike are such good friends.
No.
They both just like needlessly spending money on things.
Yes. Difference is though, I like spending your money, Tim. I don't like spending my own money on things. Mike, it turns out all this time, Mike has been with us for 8 months now, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has shared multiple games with me. I thought you were reimbursing him for that. I thought he had the company card or was that. I think he's just been buying us all these games.
Oh my god!
You can't put Greg out like that. Well, that's the thing. Greg's having a baby. We can't put him out like
legitimately, it's not a funny joke. We need to stop. Make him stop doing that.
He can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants to do. He just needs to stop doing it.
Here's the thing, though. It's like a lot of people in this company where they know the correct way to get it reimbursed. They just don't want to do it because they're lazy, and I respect that. And then I don't ask questions.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times I have not asked for reimbursement from all the movies that I've rented because the quality sucks on this other thing. And like, sure, that's my fault for wanting the more expensive thing. But it's like, it's just like, Tim, when I was making t-shirts when I first like was at Rooster Teeth, and you're like, you and Nick were like, all right, send us an invoice. Send you an invoice. How do I, what the, oof, I don't know. But you know what?
It's
persona non grata, or what's a phrase I'm looking for?
Pro bono.
Persona non grata.
You're looking for pro bono. No, it's the same way for me in college, Andy, where when I did the hit comic strip in the Mizzou student newspaper. No, it was. They looked a lot like it. It was the Adventures of Gary and Quinn. It was very topical and funny because Gary Pinkel was the football coach, Quinn Snyder was the basketball coach. I got yelled at by Quinn Snyder once about it. No big deal. However, when I was doing that, I went in and then I started. They were publishing them, and I was going. I walked in. I'm like, "Can I get paid for this?" By the way, and like, of course, you just need to fill this out and bring back your social security card. And I was like, "Oof." And I just did it. I just for a whole semester did it for free because I was like, I'm not going to call my mom. I know who knows where the social security card is.
I've been in that situation so many times. When I was that was all of my 20s. Do you remember how? At IGN, they were like, "You got to." No, what kicked me out of it though was IGN, and I owe IGN
having a real job.
Well, it wasn't just having a real job; it was the first trip I went on. I was like, "Hey, how do I do expenses?" And they go, "You put them on. You do the expenses, and then they're yours. You pay for them, and then you expense that back to the company, and then it gets paid on your paycheck."
Yeah.
So they would always pay them, but you had to have your own credit card that you could put the expenses on. So it was like a hotel or whatever. And I was like, this seems really kind of crazy. But they're like, no, if you do this right, you get hella points on your credit card, and then you get that back, and then you can get so shit. So it helped my credit, but it also helped me be like, I don't have the $1,500 to cover this trip. I just took to Las Vegas to see UFC fucking 3 starring Rampage Jackson or whatever it is. So I need to get this expensed ASAP. And from that point on, I was always on top of my expenses. But there were people like in the editorial department that probably still owe. That IGN still owes like $50,000.
Dude, no, for me, because like when I started, it was under Fox, so we had the American Express cards. So
but those were tied to your credit, though.
No, it wasn't tied to your credit.
They were. Yes, that was the trick with those. That was
the thing about it. It wasn't
really because if you didn't pay that off, they were going to come after you, not Fox.
Well, yeah, they come after you, but it wasn't your credit. I know this because I can take you back to the phone call from American Express being like, "Hey, this is 90 days past due." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not on my credit. Like, it's not about that. You need to pay it off. I'm like, all right, cool. I need to file the expense report. And they're like, all right, but can you pay in between that? Because I hadn't filed the expense like 6 months. And they were like, I was like, no. And there was just silence. And they're like, all right, I guess we'll give you another 30 days. Like, it was like this weird playing around. It wasn't until we got bought by the other guys that we started using our own cards. And the next.
See, I thought, and sorry to disagree with you on this one. My interpretation was I went to accounts payable and I was like, hey, how does this work? And they were like, this is your personal credit card. It just says Fox on it. So it's a charge card basically that says Fox. It's tied to an overall, like it got more perks. And for what I understood, it was like they were getting perks out of us using their cards for some fucking weird way. And then eventually
I had a Fran's card, and I just use Fran's card all the time. I had Fran's card in my wallet for way more years than I should have.
Sure.
I'm going to be
I have Fran's social security card.
The amount of Panda Express I put on that shit that was like not for anything relevant. It was paid for. I didn't pay for it.
Cameron, if people don't know you, who are you?
Who are you?
In relation to Kind of Funny, I make motion graphics for the In Review shows. And I think along with maybe one or two other things I've done before. Outside of that, they probably don't know me, but I am a local filmmaker in Nova Scotia, so if you happen to live around here, maybe you've run into me then. But outside of that, yeah. And in terms of my online presence, I make motion graphics for you guys.
At Cameron Ken on Twitter. You've probably seen it for years. He had the fun little comic art version of this beautiful face we're looking at right now. And yeah, like I think it was, I mean, we've known you for years just from being in the chat, hanging out, chat gang, all that stuff. But it wasn't until Spider-Verse that you made a in review for what Spider-Verse might look like. And it was the fucking dopest thing I have ever seen, where I was like, holy crap, this guy gets it. This guy understands what makes a hype intro. Because you took the fun little glitchy motion graphics thing from the Spider-Verse intro that was all the different Spider-Man logos kind of, you know, flipping between the Tobey Maguire and the Amazing Spider-Man and like the modern ones and all, and the little cowgirl shooting the things from was it Columbia Pictures? Right, Nick?
Yeah, Columbia Pictures.
Yeah, that's the Columbia Pictures is the woman with the thing from
with the torch.
Yeah, like jumping through all that stuff. But you did it with the kind of funny logos, and you went back and like found old kind of funny logos to like jump between. And I was like, dude, that is cool as hell. Like such a small little detail that if you know, but otherwise it just looooks cool because it's all glitchy and shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, that's
the type of stuff that goes on the director's commentary when Edgar Wright is like, actually, that's the marking on that sleeve, that's in reference to whatever. Like that's the stuff that like the hardcore people will know, and the stuff that we appreciate when we see and go, wow, a lot of attention to detail right here, dude.
100%.
That was you guys, I think it was Kind of Funny Day 2019. And I think you guys mentioned on the stream, that was a Friday, you were going to record, or maybe you're going to post something on the Monday. Was when Spider-Verse was going up. So Saturday morning, I think I threw it together because it was like, there's a chance they might want to use this. So, but there's a very tight turnaround for that. So yeah.
And then since then, I've kept you on tight turnarounds forever because I am a horrible person that, you know, tries my best at scheduling things. But you've been amazing. Like the amount of times, I'll go for it, Nick.
How many times have you had this? You look at your phone.
God.
Tim Geddes. You answer. You're like, all right. And he goes, okay, here's the deal.
Thing. Here's the thing.
We're doing Don't Breathe in review in 15 minutes. Can you get us an intro for that? You can say no, but I'm going to talk you into saying yes.
But it could be pretty cool.
It could be cool. I'm like, fuck, it could be cool. All right, yeah, I'll do it.
I usually get, I'll say pretty good amount of time before things, but nice. There are, yes, occasionally like, hey, here's about 5 review series we're about to do. We don't know yet which one's going to be first, but we're starting one of them next week. So.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Fuck, that sucks.
That's amazing. Man.
So close your eyes and point at the screen and like just pick one and start that one first.
Any consolation, that's just, I mean, I'm sure you're seasoned enough now to understand that is just the life of the motion graphics artist. That is the life of like the freelance production work. Actually, that's just all production work, truth be told. Because there's so many variables in what we do that like week to week shit just changes, man. And that's what's awesome about you is that you're able to sort of pivot and make awesome work no matter what, which is cool.
Well, that's my favorite thing about working with Cam, especially now that we've worked together for like 2 full years across like 20 different intros, probably.
Jesus. I have the numbers: 36 intros. If I include variants, 56.
56.
If I include variants,
and Star Wars is like 12 of those variants, but
yeah. But see, that's what's awesome is that, you know, we try our best in scheduling and like there's so many factors that go into in review, like planning and stuff. But I try to get to you as soon as possible to at least let you know what's down the pipeline. But then we eventually got Carter Harrell involved too with the music, doing the custom Kind of Funny jingle versions of things, which is so much better. And then the two of you working together is just this beautiful thing. But what I love about you with the in review stuff is I'll tell you the series, and in the same way that you do such a good job of like, we're going to go back and find the old Kind of Funny logos and like show them off. And just like Andy's saying, it's like, it's that director's commentary of like, if you know, and it's so much extra cool. You also do such a good job of being like, all right, there's only 2 movies in this franchise. I'm not going to work too hard on this. It's going to be a much simpler in review. Oh, there's 13. I'm going all out and I'm going to hand draw, animate all you guys as DC characters or Mission Impossible or whatever.
That's why there's certain ones you can tell, like ones like Bad Boys, where it's like, all right, I'll just throw up some random lights, then I'll use the Kind of Funny logo like 3 times in it just to have something in there. That's usually you'll see if that
That's working
smiley shows
smart.
up, that's usually to fill in some space because like I might be out of ideas at that point.
I feel
How
that.
long does
I
it
feel
take you to do? Like, I mean, I guess it varies, like you're talking about, but like, what's
It
like,
really
what's a
varies.
normal basic? You're throwing up some lights, and then the one, yeah, you're going crazy and doing something insane.
It depends. I know something like the Monsterverse one. I think I sat down, finished in like 2 hours, maybe. Whereas like the MCU one, I think I worked on that for maybe a month on and off. And I really had done like prep work for it. I think right after Spider-Verse, I originally like did some testing on some things because I knew that's something you guys did already. It would be easy for me to try and get some practice in there. But usually it varies of like I can probably knock it out in 2 evenings, I would think.
Okay.
It depends. If I'm drawing a lot, then it's a bad idea, but I've gotten better about not trying to do frame by frame animation on things. I try and cheat around it a little bit, but
Yeah, you can cheat it. You don't got to do 60 frames every frame in animation. Like that's why the greats only do like 12 frames a second or whatever. But even then, it's like, okay, this thing's gonna be on screen for this long. How much should I really put into this?
yeah,
If
that's
I need to have Andy like sticking his arm up in the air. That's 3 frames maybe. Like who cares? It's all good.
I learned my lesson with the first official one was Mission Impossible, and I was dying by the second day I was working on it because I thought rotoscoping, that seems easy enough, and no, that was killing me.
No, it is not.
I'll
so-
never forget. I worked on a project one time for my buddy Anthony. This is when we were all running that sweet freelance game at IGN, where Fran was like, "Well, just make sure I don't, ever find out about it." And I was like, "Cool, I'm gonna go work on DirecTV commercials for my buddy." Anyway, one of the DPs of this commercial put a green fern in front of the green screen. Now, when you have a green fern in front of a green screen, it keys out the fern also. So I had to go in there and rotoscope out the leaves of a fern, and it took me like 3 weeks to do for like a 10-second shot or something like that. It was fucking horrible. I talked him into using blue screen for the next one.
Smart.
Yeah.
So, Cam, what do you do in your daily life that gives you enough time to fuck around with us all the time? Because you watch the content on top of obviously making these things for the content.
Yeah, it's I work as an assistant editor at a local production company, I guess.
Gotcha.
So it's easy for me to have you guys on in the background listening to things. In terms of working on stuff in the evenings, it's kind of hard to tell. I think the last, I don't know how many months, this year and a half of it has been during COVID. So I've had a lot of free time
It
to
all
work on
bleeds.
stuff.
Yeah.
But before then, I guess it was really just I would purposely knock out like 2 evenings just scheduled to like just work on things. But before then, really plan out. I would do really poorly drawn storyboards, get a quick edit, set the timing to the music, just of like how long each thing needs to be, maybe count how many frames I need to actually work on for everything. And then that makes it easier once I actually get working on it to know how to schedule my time out a little bit for it.
Well, you're fantastic. We love everything you do. Believe it or not, you have a question, because of course you can write in to be a part of this show, patreon.com/kindafunny. Just like Madeline did. Madeline, aka Mad Exposure, writes in. It says, "Hi, Kinda Funny crew and Cameron. Hope you're all having a good day." Cameron, you have been making really awesome motion graphics for Kinda Funny for a while now, and they just keep getting better and better. Are there any ones that you made when you first started that you do differently with all you know now?
I mean, literally all of them. There is I go back every so often just to try and to like think about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I actually have thumbnails of them here, so that's a little easier for me to go through. Ones like I know James Bond, that one. There's little things I would do different for that. That just in terms of complexity, I think look a little too simple. There's ones like Mission Impossible where it's like, okay, I would have toned back and actually worked on maybe the artwork itself rather than the animation of the artwork.
The
That's
the
about
Mission
it.
Impossible one was one where I'm like, I think you drew me as what's his
Johnny
buddy?
Ace, and as
Oh,
Henry
the Ace
Cavill,
Man,
like
that's
yeah,
right.
the punch.
That was
The Ace
cool.
Man, yeah. it
I
was
will
amazing.
say that the lifelike movement of that, I'm not going to say contributed to the success of Mission Impossible Fallout, but it's possible that it had a little bit to do with people wanting to go see that movie. Just throw it out there.
when it came out, like
2 years before.
I mean, retrospectively, people watched it on
The
video.
DVD sales, they got
Spike.
Huge
Big
Blu-ray
spike, big
sales
spike.
in Germany. You know what, Greg? Don't you shake your head at me, okay?
I'm just listening. You know what? And fine, I'll take this moment to remind everybody this is the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each coming to bullshit with each other about whatever it is they want to bullshit about. If you want to bullshit with us, well, guess what, Jack and Jane? There's an easy way to do that. Go to patreon.com/kindoffunny. Over on patreon.com/kindoffunny, you can write in to be part of the show like Madeline did. You can get your name read like one of the Patreon producers. You can get the show ad-free. You can get the show with the exclusive post show we do each and every week. You could be watching live as we record it right now, like Lexi G, Mike L, and Arturo182R. If you got no bucks to toss our way on patreon.com/kindoffunny, no big deal. You can catch the show on youtube.com/kindoffunny, roosterteeth.com, and podcast services around the globe twice a week, every week, all for your viewing and listening pleasure.
I love that
Housekeeping for
today
you.
we learned that all we need to do is have Greg drink out of an alcohol flask-shaped container, and it'll give him the juice. It'll give him that recall.
Well,
got
my
this
heart
energy,
hurts.
man.
Like this Jittery Johns is taking years off my life, but it's making for me a better host. So let me
busted
tell
out
you, ladies and gentlemen, this
shades
isn't one of
and
our
put 'em
official
down.
sponsors, but Jittery Johns, when you gotta go fast and die young, that's the coffee you should be drinking.
That's what I heard. That was their first test slogan, and someone was like this: "Love the first part. The dying fast part might not appeal to the parents who are buying this for their kids."
Die before your parents, everybody.
Kids are housekeeping for you. Monday, ladies and gentlemen, Kind of Funny's hosting the Marvel's Avengers War for Wakanda launch party starting at 10 a.m. Pacific over on twitch.tv/Crystal Dynamics. Me and Ms. Marvel herself, Sandra Sod, will be hosting 2 hours of gameplay, dev insight, and cast interviews. Yes, Black Panther himself, Christopher Judge, will be there, and you should too. Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/Crystal Dynamics. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Julian, the gluten-free gamer, and Steve Powers. Today, we're brought to you by MeUndies, Faraday, and Upstart, but I'll tell you about that later. For now, let's begin with our topic of the show. I've sent it to assets for everybody, but I will read the question that was submitted today from Kyle. Kyle wrote into patreon.com/kindoffunny, just like you can. It says, "Hey guys, recently there was a survey asking Britons and Americans which animals they could beat in a fight unarmed. I would love to hear how far up the chart you could make it. For hypothetical reasons, let's say the fight is in a UFC octagon, but not a sanctioned event. Personally, I don't think I could beat a rat as I just run away the whole time. But if I had to, I could beat a goose. Thanks, Kyle." Kyle has submitted this. This has been making the rounds. I've seen it over the last 24 hours. We are looking off of Jody Ettenberg's tweet here, which was just, this chart is something else. It's from the browser, and it reads like this: Americans are more confident than Britons that they could beat any animal in a fight. Which of the following animals, if any, do you think you could beat in a fight if you were unarmed? And this is the percentage based on 2,082 Great British adults. And then it has it laid out here. So the first one on the chart is a rat. 72% of Americans surveyed said they could beat the rat. Britons, 67%. Of course, American
Fuck, can't beat a
bravado
rat.
has this way higher than all of this.
Jesus,
Who are
Christ, you can't
these
beat a fucking rat?
Yeah, who are these 28% of people that think that they're
Here,
gonna
well, I mean,
lose?
this is my thing. Is I think even Kyle falls in this
Scared of
category.
rats, maybe.
Where he's like, for hypothetical. Oh no, well, I appreciate the hypothetical of telling us where we're fighting them. All right, but what would you do? He would run away from the rat. This is life or death. Two enter, one leave. All right,
Yeah.
and that's how I'm presenting the question that they should have as well. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna say it. Like, I saw Yusuf Begid was tweeting about this earlier, and like he was also calling out like, why the hell are there so many people getting beat by rats? And like, I want to say it, at the end of the day, I would beat the rat, but I would not walk away unscarred. Like, there is a chance that the rat takes me down.
That's not
Does the
question.
rat know it's fighting you?
I mean,
Well,
yeah,
that's
it's like
the thing,
any
like, I
other
know-
animal. It's caged.
I'm
You
saying,
can't
like,
get out.
Maybe the
there
caged
is a
rat will
chance
just
it
sit there for a hot second. The octagon's a big thing. If it just sits there, I can walk up and stomp its little head. I've killed a lot of rats in my life.
Well, okay, but this rat, I assume you both have been told the rules of this fight. It's coming for you. I don't think it's like, I don't think
that
you're
was
able
the
to just.
question. That was my question, right? So that's
They told
what
the rat.
that's what I need to know. Like, do these animals know that A, do they know, and B, are they excited about or into the fact that they are fighting me? Like, do they? Are they?
Thank you for
are
the
they
link,
funny
Greg.
about
I was
that?
like, where is this damn link?
Yeah, Greg said he put it in there.
I'm
and I
sorry.
just-
It's that thing where I put it in and I hit enter and then I started talking and then it did not enter. It did not. Now you have it. My apologies. My apologies.
That's fair. Because I think if the rat, first off, what does a rat beating you look like? This is my question. What does a rat beating you?
It's got to eat your
look like?
jugular. It's
Yeah, I was
gotta
gonna
get
say,
to the
like, I think
jugular.
it geeks out your eyes, and then you can't fight back, and now it's
Right.
slowly gonna chip away. You can kill you.
Oh, so
No.
you should go for both your eyes.
No.
So you're gonna let it eat your first eye, and by the time it's done eating your second eye, you're like, maybe I should stop this. But no, it goes over to the second eye, eats second eye, and then what? Crawls through your face.
You can
like
argue with
Suicide
me
Squad?
as much as you want. You can take out your anger on me. You need to talk to 28% of Americans. All
I
right, they're
just
the ones who are
feel
saying
like-
I'm gonna roll over and die. This rat's going straight through my belly button inside me.
No, I
Even
don't
more
think we're- I don't
Britons, though.
I don't even
Yeah.
know if rats can do that, though. Honestly, I think you have to have a lot of rats to be able to take a human being down. I think if it's one,
Hold
if
the
you have a
fuck up.
phobia of
Sorry,
rats,
hold on, Nick. I need to stop.
Why
you
is
here.
Britain spelled like that?
Is that what we call them?
Britons.
We're
No.
Americans, spelled the way you'd think. They're calling themselves Britons, Britons.
This is something again coming out
I
of
did not know that.
over there, Great Britain. I'm not sure how they say it, how they
No,
spell it. how
look,
they do their thing.
look. When this whole king and queen bullshit is done with, they're
It's-
going to be
it's getting
called
close.
Brits with a Z at the end. Okay, that's what we're doing from here on out. Enough of this. Enough of the whole like royal family. No more of that. Once this generation is done, they're done for. I'm taking over. It's Brits with a Z. I'm sick. I'm just tired of them. I'm tired of them, man.
Kevin, can you bring this chart up for people if you have a second? If you're still around with us, you can't beat a rat or a house cat. We got to start getting you on some sort of regimen here. That's what I'm
Don't get
saying.
ahead of yourself. Yeah, we're House Cat's next on the list, and yeah, 69% of Americans here believe they could beat the House Cat. 66 of the Britons think they could do it.
I'll die to allergies. I'll be honest with you.
I think you'll sneeze a little bit and then you'll take it by its neck and cram it into the wall, and you'll
I'll get a
realize
s-
for once in your life the fun of killing another live animal. Andy,
Eight
then
other
you and I
chances.
go on the hunt up at Muir Woods. We start hunting for the fox, the elusive gray fox.
Wow, Tim, you make a great point about the 9 lives here.
Mhm.
Like, what's
And also, you
If-
can't break a cat's neck. Have you seen a cat? There's some exorcist shit.
There's
It's
one
not
of
about
them-
breaking. I mean, like again, this
Hey,
is another one. Yeah,
smash
you're
its little
not
skull
getting
against
out of
the
it.
wall.
You're not getting out unscarred. You're getting scratched up. You're getting
Mhm.
bit real good. But again, like usually when you see like the police officer get bit by the cat in the crotch, we've all seen this, YouTube clip, right? It's that police officer does not want to kill that cat. Now you know you have to kill that cat. It's a different ball of wax. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, GameSpot's Lucy James. Hello, Lucy.
You don't need to
Hi,
do it.
pals.
You don't need to be here.
It's almost midnight your time. You are, of course, over in merry old England,
On.
as they say.
Don't let him.
I'm
loop
sick
you
of
into
this.
these
man. I'm
things.
just tired
Luce,
of it.
we're going over this chart here about could Americans or Britons kill this thing or whatever. And so what
Okay.
have you seen this going around on the social medias?
I have.
Okay, great.
yeah.
What we want from you is not obviously to justify why your country's so scared of all these animals and we're not scared
Yeah,
of.
why are you just gonna country so scared of rats? It's weird.
It's more of
We
do
remember
you
the
guys-
plague, Nick.
We have New York rats the size
God
of
damn it.
cougars. New York sewer rats are the size of small cougars, and we are not scared of these things.
Yeah, but
Wait.
like we were decimated by the plague.
So that
And
was a real
that
thing.
that is slammed into us from like into your minds from when you're younger. Like you learn about that in history, and you learn about World War II. Those are the
Lucy, listen, I'm
only
gonna say
things you.
For us, it was Nazis and 9/11, and I guess for y'all, it's the plague and Nazis.
How fucking
Yes.
old are you? What do you mean? Nazis in 9/11. How old were you when 9/11 happened? Who's teaching you this?
I just, it's just something to worry about.
All right, sure, fair
it
enough.
was. It wasn't.
So,
right.
quick question. In this situation, is it that like you're in an octagon, right? You're in the octagon,
Mhm.
and then there's just a rat,
Yes, Kevin.
There's
And
just a rat,
everyone's
and
scared of
someone's
this
just
thing.
standing on the top of the octagon with a gun and be like, "Kill it or die." Because
Well,
like,
yeah,
the
it's
rat's
like
not gonna
According
kill
to
you.
Cam, it was the rules were explained to both you and the rat. So
This is like
Yeah,
UFC.
But the rat doesn't get it. You know what I mean? Like you can tell a rat like,
Kevin.
hey, we got to fight to the death. I think
Kevin,
we
that's
need.
my point.
I think we need a guy on the metal thing. I think 28% of Americans don't have the balls to kill a rat.
I'll smash.
Lucy,
it.
what do you got? Lucy's trying to get off the bench. What do you got, Lucy?
Well, no, have you not seen that thing? Like I know it was in Game of Thrones, but like I swear I've heard about it.
With
Oh,
the
it was
bear,
also in Fast and Furious 2. Hello, bringing it
Okay.
to the group. The
The
guy
mouse.
with the
Oh,
rat
the stomach.
in the
It's the
bucket.
stomach.
Yeah.
and the stomach thing.
Yeah,
so
but that guy
like,
was
Yeah, the
tied
guy-
down to a table.
Yeah, right. He was tied down to the table.
He didn't have use of his mandibles, his hands, as
Right.
the opposable thumbs. He
Like,
just
here's the
grab the rat
Bring
and
mandibles into
smash
this
it.
shit.
Smash
Lucy,
it.
if they tied the bucket to his face, I think he could have easily eaten the rat and like broke it, killed it in half.
Yeah.
Just cut it in half. Good
Yeah.
bite.
Yeah.
Snap
You know
his
what I
fucking
mean? Like
little
a
head off.
rat is not going to beat any of us in a fight.
No.
It's more of a situation
I
people
think you
don't
get a
have
lot-
the stomach
But, like,
to
But what
kill
about
it.
loads of rats? Is there
That's
like
different.
a way?
That's a
There's
different
no
question. That's a
plural.
different
That's
question.
different.
As we've seen, not
I
even
watched Suicide Squad.
Starro could survive.
Survive
Alright,
that. Spoilers.
Greg, what
Spoilers.
is your question for Lucy? Because I need to fucking hear the answer to this.
Lucy, the only reason we brought you in here before anyone will let you go to bed is, do you really call yourselves Britons? Britons?
Like
You better
He's
say no.
embarrassed.
You better
Like
say no.
Americans are. It's the headline is Americans are more confident than Britons that they could beat any animal in a fight.
I would just call us like the British.
Yes,
Yeah, right?
yes, thank you.
Yeah, that makes a lot
Britons
more
sounds a bit Tory, if you ask me.
But
Probably.
do they say it though? The Tory people.
Maybe.
Like hoity, is that you
Lucy,
saying
do
Twady,
you
like
fe-
hoity-toity people?
Lucy,
No.
did you
No.
ever figure out what the Magna Carta was?
Shut up.
Lucy, do you feel like your accent has only gotten stronger since you've been back?
Oh God, yeah.
Because
And
I feel
also,
like it has.
This
It's
isn't even
different.
my final form.
Oh,
You're
shit.
hearing my
Third evolution.
received pronunciation British accent. I'm currently up in the northeast with my parents, and my real accent is off the charts.
Oh, I
at the
want to hear
minute.
the real accent. I think it's
Me
cool.
too. I want to hear it too.
It's just a mispronunciation of every single vowel.
I love
Geordie.
Unless
it.
it sounds
She's a
like really
Geordie.
weird. I'm
It's
so
like
Geordie.
you speak
1
a
in the
different
morning
language.
for
It's
her.
cool.
Yeah, we should let her
No,
go back
well,
to
the
sleep.
the problem is, lads. Since I've been back, I've gotten really into The Sopranos. So every night, I end my evening with like one or two episodes, and I was just about to boot up season 2. So
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Good
caught
for
me a
you.
you're welcome.
Sopranos hour.
I thought you were going to say every night I end with The Sopranos, so I'm picking up a New Jersey Italian accent in addition to the English accent that
Hey.
you've got.
Breton accent.
Yeah,
Hey,
a gabagool.
bada bing. No, I mean, sometimes, yeah, I will ask for a baked ziti. I don't know what a ziti is, but from the
Oh,
sounds of
it's
it
so
on the
good.
show, it's the greatest thing in the
Hey.
world.
I think it's zucchini, right?
No, Big Z.
Shut up, Kevin.
It was a joke, guys.
How
it was
dare
a joke.
Big Z
Well, I
is
don't
the
know what
bomb.
it is. What is
It's
it?
like if you take like a penne pasta, or what my mom used to call mustacholi, and you put it in
Yes.
like a lasagna pan, and you put that together, and it's just a baked thing of pasta that you slice like lasagna style slices off with cheese and like sauce and like all the the gravy and like meat on there. I think that's what a baked ziti is. We never made it because we used to get like we used to just
It's
eat
just
pasta
a
like that. But
pasta
yeah, that's what that
casserole.
looks like right
Yeah,
there.
we used to do baked
Pasta
mastacholi.
casserole.
Yes. Look at that thing. Andy, tell me you don't want that right to your face.
That
Just throw
cheese
it at
looks
me. I'll eat it all.
amazing.
You got those some
Holy
meatballs in
cow.
that bad boy, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Holy
Yeah,
cow. I
totally.
mean, speaking of, the top of the Italian culinary areas, I've been eating a lot of Peter Piper pizza.
Mm.
Delicious.
Okay, as an Italian,
extra toasty.
Extra toasty. Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
know
Greg.
that I would count Peter Piper pizza, the pizza people eat, as the
People's Pizza
top
Pig.
of the Italian culinary chain. I don't know if that's
Hmm.
the top level of
Yeah,
Italian.
but Nick, you've been
food.
to Italy, right? They don't really get pizza. You know what I mean?
So I'll be honest with you, if we're just in the circle of trust with
Yeah.
Lucy here for a second,
Sure.
Mhm,
I didn't really care for the food in Italy when I
No,
went there.
you're
Wow.
dumb. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Wow.
Wait,
Yeah.
This is the
did you go
stupidest.
to like a very touristy area or something?
No, his mom was cooking the entire time.
No, I mean the last time I was there, I was there on a PR trip, and
Mm.
so the food was fine, but it was like we were in Florence, and I asked for bread, and the bread was terrible, and then some of the pasta, it didn't blow. It didn't
Holy
blow me
cow.
away.
This is crazy.
Wow.
I know, and I think it's one of those things where you go like, it's the difference between the food you grew up with versus the food where it comes from, right? So like the
Sure.
Italian food I grew up with, very distinctly different, because the Italian food I grew up with was like my mom's like Chicago style Italian food, which is
Hell
she grew
yeah.
up in
Meat
Chicago.
on your
so-
ribs, you know?
yeah, everything is like way more flavorful and way more abundant than you think. When you actually go to Italy, they actually do a lot of the traditional like like appetizers, first plate, second plate, and like a dessert plate. There'll be like a cheese plate after the meal's over, which I'm like, I don't understand any of this shit. This is bonkers to me. Just where's the pasta the big bowl of pasta that I'm drowning myself in, that I feel as a child with the Catholic guilt and my mother's guilt that I need to eat this whole thing, even though I know
You
it's
just want
contributing
buca
to me
di
being
beppo.
overweight.
You want that experience.
That's what the Italian experience was for me growing up. It was overwhelming and anxiety inducing.
I feel like every Roman eatery that I went to, just plenty of pasta. I think you were just ordering the wrong stuff.
Maybe, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone gave me a steak.
Yeah.
I was like, did I come to Italy to get a fucking steak? Am I eating steak in Italy?
I ate some.
They don't
steak
have cows here.
Lamb,
Maybe they
a lot
do.
of
I
lamb.
don't know.
A lot of lamb.
Yeah, it's a lot of
That's what I
lamb.
had.
They got
A lot
cows
of
in
lamb.
England, though. I've seen them.
Sure.
Lucy, go enjoy The Sopranos. Thank you for your help.
Gabagool.
Thanks.
Gabagool.
Lucy, give me a gabagool. Give me a
Bye,
gabagool.
guys. Miss you.
Miss you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, can we go back to the fact that Kevin's plan is to bite the rat to death?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you're immobilized and only have, like, if they attach to your face, so you can't even move.
They used
If
to
the
put rats
rat's
in
gonna-
bags and tie them to your face, is what
Yeah,
Kevin's saying.
the rat's
Back in
gonna
day.
come to your face. You can bite him in half.
Bite him in half.
Like,
How did the
drink it-
rat
you
get
drink
to your
his blood.
face?
the man with the bucket
Torture.
tied it to your face.
Torture.
Oh,
And that
okay.
was- yeah,
From
the
Fast 2,
flaming
yeah.
bucket.
No, what movie
Or-
was this? This was in a
Fast-
movie.
It's a
Yes.
couple different things.
Lucy said it. Lucy
No,
was like, it was in Game of Thrones.
Stop. There was a movie that you're referencing that you don't even know you're referencing, where they put rats in a bag and tie the bag around the guy's head, and he kills the rats with his face.
You're making shit up.
I swear to God, that's a
No one's
movie.
crazy enough to put that in the movie.
Chat, I
Cam,
need you right now.
You hear this goofy bastard?
Why is,
Yeah,
I like how
I-
Cam's got like wonderful noir and a lighting on him, where it's like
I'm
he's
I'm
got that
googling movie
Batman
man.
still,
bag
no
rat.
key,
Oh!
little backlight.
Movie man bag rat is what I googled.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you Google? Why would those be
He
the words you
nailed it.
choose?
He nailed it though. He's gonna get the answer.
He
from
knows how
that.
to get
doesn't even
SEO. He
say
knows how to get
face.
SEO.
Is it the Willard? Is it Willard?
No,
No?
it's not Willard. That movie is weird.
Because I
It's
type
Willard.
yeah. When you type movie man
Not good,
bag
right?
rat, Willard pops up.
Yeah, because he walks around with a bat, with a
I never
bag
saw that
with a
movie.
bad rat. I
Bag
think.
of rats.
And he smells hair.
Yeah, that's a different movie, Tim.
He drops
That
him
is
and he
a
goes,
different thing.
"Oh, rats."
Wilford Brimley.
Bag
I love
to-
you, Andy. I missed you too much.
All right, we
Tied
keep
to-
going
Hold on,
down
hold
this
on.
list.
Can we go back? Can we go back? I wanted to shout out Kevin eating the rat to death, but I also want to go back to this starting and Nick being like, "I've killed a ton of rats." Have you killed a rat like you versus rat, not with
You
a rat
don't-
trap?
you
Or
don't
anything?
wanna know.
No,
this.
never with my. I've never gone rat. Like I've never been like today is the day. Like I'm gonna pop my cherry with killing a fucking animal. But I've set up traps that have contributed to rats dying multiple
Yeah.
times in my old apartment. We had a rat infestation. Like I've told the story, and I had to be the one that would go put the trap out. And then
The
when
rat
you'd hear,
catcher.
I was the rat catcher. I was rat catcher number 1. No,
Negative one.
-1, 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's horrifying, but I think I can get it done. I really do.
Okay.
I might be thinking Missing in Action 2, which I don't, Kevin, I don't expect you to know this.
I definitely didn't watch Missing in Action.
Oh,
number
it is.
2.
This is the movie. This is the movie. Can I show the scene?
Yeah. Send it
Didn't
to me.
watch the first one either.
Wait, hold on. Maybe it's not. Hold on. I gotta find it. Yes, here. This is it. They tie. Okay, yeah, this is fucked up. They tie. They hoist the guy up upside down,
God,
put a
Chuck
rag in a
Norris.
bag, and then tie it around his face. It's fucked up.
Yeah, but like, so see, that's easy. Like,
But then Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris fucking because he's American
Yeah.
and a badass, eats the rat. Kills the rat. They're
Yeah,
like,
you know
fuck,
what
we
I'm
can't
saying?
kill him
Like,
this way.
it would be cool if Chuck Norris did one of those hanging upside down crunches and killed the rat with his abs.
Did you guys see that news story that Harley Quinn did? Like Margot Robbie actually did the toe thing with the thing
Yeah. That was awesome.
What toe thing?
with the
From
key in
Suicide Squad? You remember
Oh.
how she
Hanging
gets
upside
the
down?
keys off the guy's
Yeah.
belt and then like brings her legs up? She actually did all that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You guys see that
Wow.
Idris Elba's knuckles? God bless the world.
God.
Nothing
His
could be
knuckles.
better.
Wait, what does
All
that
right, let's
mean?
get back to
Sonic
this
the
list.
Hedgehog.
Let's get back. to
Are we
this
watching the
list.
video of this guy,
Oh,
Chuck
he is
Norris,
Knuckles.
eating the rat?
No,
Or is that.
Nick's already forgotten. He's probably.
No,
on-
it's I
He sent
can't
it to
see
assets or whatever.
Did he?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Look
I'm
at
gonna go
Asset.
ahead and say that the highest that I can go.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we got to watch this guy eat a rat.
On AMC, where is this? Nick, can I get a time
Go-
code or?
Well, you're right there. Okay, so here's what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna be like, we're gonna fucking put. Now this is the part where they put the there's a rat. There's the rat right there. Eek, eek. That's what it's doing.
Thank you.
Eek,
Yes, I
eek.
do definitely need the music from
Oh,
you.
they're
I don't
trying to
want
piss
to
it off.
for
They're trying to
rat.
Like
piss it off.
they're poking it with a stick just to get
Well,
it
you
mad.
gotta
He's like,
you gotta
"Fuck
piss
you."
off the rat if you want.
And then they're
to
gonna
kill
pour
your
it in the
friend.
bag. This is where they pour it in the bag, and then they're gonna put it on the dude's face.
Got it.
No, a lot of
Oh,
you
this
think
guy's got to check.
Got to get a
this
better
out.
look at this.
yeah, this guy's like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? And this
Holy
is like the rat's
shit.
gonna. Yeah, it's terrifying, right? This is what I grew up on. My mom was like, "This looks like a fun movie you should watch when you're fucking 4."
I would just spin my head so fast at the speed and inertia of it, kept it against the other
Push
side
the
of the
rat all the
bag.
way to the other side
Yeah.
of the bag. Yeah.
Nah, you'll get dizzy and vomit in
pass
the
that
bag.
first,
you were the
Now
rat,
got
you know?
vomit and rat.
I just love everyone's reactions as it goes around. Like some people look like they're about to cry. Some people are just
Did
like,
it kill
"Oh,
that
fucked
man?"
up."
I mean, yeah.
That's absurd.
shit.
That would have
Wait.
killed him.
I expected this to end differently. I thought he
Hold on,
he
hold on,
ate
hold
it.
on, hold on. Wait for it.
Oh,
spoiler.
It's the rat's blood.
Holy fucking hell.
Fuck
This is
you.
incredible. That is
Fuck you all.
Damn.
Wow,
Damn. Nick.
who knew the
Alright,
scenario
alright.
I was talking about was in a movie? That's crazy.
Kevin, I'm
Good job,
telling you
Nicholas.
guys. Thank you. We're in a good place right now. We're in a good place.
That was
together.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually did pay off really well.
Yeah, thanks guys. Every
All right,
once in a while.
so next on the list is a house cat,
Oh,
which
yeah,
I
we
already
can
talked
kill a
about, but
house cat.
Fucking have a house
6966.
cat.
I will say, my
Yeah.
house cat, I have one right here.
Yeah, let's
He
see.
has
Kill it.
a vertical. Oh, look, he's waking up a little bit. I was talking about him. He has a vertical of 5'8".
Okay.
I think is the highest I've seen him jump.
Okay,
So
that's
he
me.
can get you in the
Not
face.
tall enough for
So
me.
he's coming eye to eye with
But is he
he's-
going to kill you?
He jumped up and grabbed something. I don't think he'll kill you,
Yeah.
but
He's going right over Nick.
I'm getting hurt. I'm getting clawed. It's getting infected. I'm aware.
Wow.
But I think I'm going to have a move.
It was good.
it's more
here's my
so
question.
just
Greg, let me see it. Let me see the high kick, Greg.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, am I with my running one or just a standing kick?
I want
Standing.
whatever you would think. Here's the scenario. You're in an octagon. A cat is jumping at your face. What do? I want a crane kick 5'8". No.
He's gonna
more,
rip the
no less.
headphones out and break the mic.
I wouldn't kick in that scenario.
What are you
right?
gonna do?
I'm grabbing.
Yeah,
You know
you,
what I mean?
grab it, you smash it against the ground. Fight's over.
I'm talking. How do you make the ESPN highlight reel?
It's
I
a
think the
good
crane
sweater.
kick. Yeah, you.
I
I
put
mean,
that
I
thing
just
around the
fucking
fucking
kill
air.
it. Are you kidding me? But again, like it's back to inertia, right? Where in a lot of ways, honestly, I
Right.
want that cop video of the cat climbing up. Because when it gets here, I'm like, you've made a
Got you.
tactical air, my friend, right? You grab
you
it,
now.
and then it's just full on yank.
Up
Power
and down.
bomb.
Not a
64
throw and
shit, dude.
release.
Power
Yeah.
bomb.
It's a one
Up and down.
one up,
Yeah.
It's a
one
pillow
down,
party.
one up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just over and over again until
Smash,
You
smash,
want-
smash.
You want to smash that pillow,
Like,
Kevin, until the feathers come out the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
You're
what
gonna
you want.
you're gonna get a lot of feathers coming out
That
too.
sidewalk is
You
just
know
going
what
to
I
be
mean?
full of DNA.
I want to
dude.
hear like a bag of chips pop. That's what I
Yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I take no pleasure in this.
No,
No,
You know what I mean?
you're not
Where it's
enjoying
it's
it.
right here.
Well,
And this is
You
the
might be enjoying it a
YouGov
little bit.
YouGov has hit us up here and said, "Could you do it? And what's your move?" And that's my move.
That's the move.
Now, here, I
the,
find it
play.
fascinating that next up is Goose. And Goose,
See,
yeah.
it drops again. 61% Americans think
That's
they could beat it.
absurd.
Only 45 think they could do it. Gooses, don't get me wrong, they hiss and they bite and they pinch and it hurts, but like,
But a good kick will get rid of any goose.
and that's
goose?
another one where I'm getting it and I am just woo, woo, woo. You
two
know
things
what
I want to
mean?
bring up here, though. First off, I think we need to choose like we're wearing clothing, but like, are we like what is the clothing we're wearing?
Not me, dude. I'm going George St. Pierre, tidy little whiteies,
Jesus
grease the
Christ.
fuck up. These things are
Just
not getting a
grease
hand
it.
on me. They're not getting a hand
Just
on me.
greased right up.
The other
Just-
thing is, I have an article here from, I think 2 years ago. There was a place just in my city. Woman 87 broke pelvis after being knocked to ground, pecked by Selvins Pond geese. There was
Yeah.
a woman that was sent to the hospital because of geese recently. So
Right, here's the thing.
Gravity did most of the work in
So
that.
yeah, exactly. Nick's going to
If
be at
the
risk,
woman
but
was
not us.
allowed,
All
if the
right.
woman felt like she needed to kill, like had she
Woman
known,
was in an octagon.
I'm sure she would have killed the goose.
Also,
Like,
was she greased up? That's the big question.
Yeah, yeah, you got to be greased up.
See, because I feel like you guys
Article
don't
doesn't say
understand.
if-
When they go into the octagon, I know you guys don't watch sports. When they go into the octagon, they grease up your face so that you don't get the burn. That's the grease I want all over me. I want that like Vaseline all over my body.
Yeah.
So when the goose comes into peck, the grease deflects it, and I put it into a rear naked choke or a front naked choke if I can. Right here.
I thought Cameron Kennedy was going to say, I'm reading an article right here. Geese, the number one cause of human deaths last year.
in America, not COVID.
Yeah, a goose can fuck you up. Like they got some power, but
no,
like
definitely not.
I feel like I'm with Greg in the sense that like if you can grab it by the head and it has a lot of
The
shit
neck.
you can grab.
It's the
yeah.
neck,
bro.
they
Yeah.
have
You just
talons
fucking-
and they have thick beaks.
They
Yeah.
do not have talons. They have webbed toes. Those aren't talons.
Oh,
swim
they
better
got
that way.
something on the end, don't they?
What I'll
My
What I
dad
will
got
say-
attacked by a goose when I was young.
Cam, you fit
Yeah,
very
but
well
again,
in with my
Tim-
level of this podcast. They got something on the end there somewhere.
what I will say about the goose is that I
All right,
think a
brace
lot of it is
yourselves.
just I think a lot of it is just more
Oh my God.
intimidation.
What is that?
I think it's
I don't know.
intimidation.
Yeah, 100%.
What is that? It's
They-
terrifying.
They make lots of noises and the wings are going all over the place, and it's just to scare you and make you think that something else is coming. But really, you cannot be tactful. Tactical.
Tactful.
What's what I'm looking for? You can't try to like land a precision punch on the stupid ass little
No.
head. You
No.
got to just use your body and mass to overpower and overwhelm and snap its neck, dude. That's all it takes, dude.
But Tim, so here's the thing.
Throw
I
the body
think
on a
that
grill or barbecue.
You go to Lake, whatever,
Goose
like
Burger.
Mountain Lake Park, and there's geese all over the place, and they start running at you, and you're like, oh shit, what do I do? It wouldn't be socially accepted for you to punt the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? Because like, guess what? If it's running at you and you just punt the fuck out of it, suddenly you
You're
launch
the
it
bad
into
guy.
Yeah,
you're the bad guy.
exactly.
Exactly.
So that's the
Come
thing.
on,
We've just been socially conditioned
Yep,
to not
yep,
murder
yep.
these animals.
That's
Let's
the thing
keep
is
going
we
down
Kill 'em
this
all.
list.
That's
Let
what I
God
like
sort 'em
about
out.
this situation is that, for my entire life, it's been that thing of, I don't want to hurt this animal. I don't want to do this thing. It doesn't know what it's doing. As Cameron laid out in the beginning, we walk into the octagon, they shut the gate, and I look at this thing and I'm like, you've been told in your native tongue that it's
Mhm.
you versus me. You know what I
Is that what it was?
mean? That's a great goose
Is that
impression. That's a great goose.
And it's like, kill him, wipe him out.
That's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what it's like. Believe it or not, there's still many more animals to go as we go through Kyle's
Hold
question that was
on,
submitted
hold
on
on a second,
patreon.com.
hold on a
We're gonna hit
second.
a kind of
Point
funny.
where
And of
we
course,
can't,
remember
so.
on patreon.com/kind of funny is where you can go to be part of the show, where you can go to get the post show, where you can go to watch us record the show live, and of course, where
shit.
you can
Oh,
go
shit.
to get the
Yeah,
show
right there.
ad free.
Right.
And speaking of ads, let me tell you about. No, dang it. Let somebody else say about the sponsors.
This show is brought to you by MeUndies. You know how when you're in a nerve-wracking situation and people say, imagine everyone in their underwear to make yourself feel comfortable. As if imagining a room full of strangers down to their skivvies is what makes us feel comfy. MeUndies believes comfort does not start with imagining, but instead it starts with actual comfort. MeUndies designs limited edition prints all the time so you can express yourself every single day. Building your undie collection and picking out which lucky pair gets to meet your butt for the day has never been so fun. Choose prints with corgis, chicken nuggets, your zodiac sign, goofy puns, and more. MeUndies also releases collabs with some pretty big names like the Rolling Stones and Space Jam: A New Legacy. But you have to grab them fast because once they're gone for good. Kinda Funny loves MeUndies. You've heard the boys talk about them for years. They're comfort with good designs that make your friends jealous. To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/morning. That's MeUndies.com/morning. We're also brought to you by Faraday Brand. Can it be? It's finally summer, and we're actually gonna have a real summer this year. So naturally, we've started thinking about looking good after a year and some change, because we're going places. This summer is what Kinda Funny is calling Hot Boy Summer. You saw the jean jacket, you see the haircut, we're doing it big this summer. And that's where Faraday comes in. They make the perfect clothes for the summer. Tim Geddes is the most stylish person I know, and he even loves Faraday Brand clothing. And they're so confident in the quality of their stuff, they have a lifetime guarantee of quality. They'll replace or fix your clothes forever, no matter what. And to top it all off, Faraday is giving our listeners 20% off. That's right, 20% off. So stock up on all of your clothes for summer now. Head to FaradayBrand.com and use code MORNING at checkout to snag 20% off all your summer gear. That's code MORNING at Faraday. That is FAHERTY brand.com for 20% off. Last but not least, we're brought to you by Upstart. If you're carrying a credit balance month after month, it can feel like you're in a never-ending cycle of debt. Upstart can help you make that final payment so you can get ahead. Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your credit card debt with a personal loan all online. Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score and is expanding access to affordable credit. Upstart considers your income and current employment to find you a smarter rate for your loan. With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate upfront for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. You can receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/KFMB. That is upstart.com/KFMB. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/KFMB.
That's right there, Nick. That is all intimidation, dude.
Yeah,
they're
dude.
running away.
Hold on.
They're flapping their wings.
They're running
I told
away.
the story
I'm putting
before,
this out,
but I need it said. When I was little, I was attacked by a goose, and I was
And
a
he
very
was a
small
bully.
boy.
And he was a bully. You probably
And the
could have
goose-
beaten him then.
The goose
You
looked
grab
just
its neck,
like
grab its
this,
stupid neck, and start squeezing. And then you look into its eyes and say, "You know what you did." And
My
you look at
dad
it.
had to save me, and it was just like this. It bit him in the ass. It ripped his jeans, and his ass was scarred till the day he died
Yeah.
from this fucking goose.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, we can take down this goddamn goose. I am surprised that the goose is where it is, so close to the eagle on this list.
Yeah, Tim. I am
Right there, I'm
surprised that the
kicking this
goose
thing right
has had.
there. Bah! Right?
I am surprised that the Britons have had such a gigantic drop off of from 66% being comfortable of killing a house cat to 45%.
Yeah.
That is a gigantic drop off from the Brits, and I am just extremely disappointed. Like,
It's
again,
sad.
cool. You might get a scratch on your butt, your little booty. You might get a
Right.
little scratch from a little
Funny
stupid ass
story.
tooth that they have. I don't give a shit, dude. When it's like grabbing that lady on her, you overpower, you overwhelm. These things are not strong. It's dead, dude. Dead. Easy.
All right, Andy. Then the question becomes next. for
Gooses
you, a
have two
medium-
hearts, Andy. You have
Yeah,
to
but
take
if
a
you
bolt
hurt
out.
one of them, trust me, the goose isn't like, that was my decoy. Like he's still like, ow, my heart. Like, you know what I mean?
I got 2 fists in. I have
that was
2
my
fists.
decoy.
Just do that.
Andy, medium-sized dog. Could you beat a medium-sized dog? Life or
What's
death in the octagon?
give me a breed. What's a medium-sized dog?
Great question.
I'd say like
Boston Terrier.
No, bigger than that. That's
I'd say
small.
like a dog that's the size of a corgi, probably, but not with the small legs. You know, like
A mutt is what I think of it.
I think
Boston.
technically
Yeah.
Cecil might be a medium-sized dog.
No, Cecil's
No,
a fucking
Cecil's
full
a-
ass.
No, yeah,
dog.
Cecil is probably a medium. I feel like a large dog is like a German Shepherd. or
Yeah,
something.
I think
Cecil's 60 pounds.
Yeah, I think that's the end. I think it's 45 to 60 pounds for a medium-sized dog. Like I'm being totally honest here.
That sounds
I
right
mean-
to me. There's many dogs larger.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking at
Name
a medium-sized dog.
at that point, I call them. At that point, they're wolves to me. If,
Yeah.
if you're bigger
Medium
than,
dogs weigh
No,
between
but
20
Andy,
and
that-
60 pounds. Their
See,
height
I
ranges
told you.
between 8 inches and 24 inches.
Andy, you don't know what you're talking about when you're talking about wolves. We'll get to it when we get to wolves.
What's a
oh,
large
Kevin,
dog?
no,
What's a
Kevin,
large
don't
dog
you
weigh?
fucking try me with
I
wolves,
mean, above
Kevin.
60 pounds, right?
Are
So
you
it
gonna
could be- it
fucking
could-
challenge
if
my
it is
knowledge on
60
wolves?
Pounds,
It
is that a
seems
large
like it.
wolf dog? It has to be 61
No,
pounds. to be a large
61
dog?
Hold on,
pounds,
Andy
61
and
pounds.
Kevin are getting into it.
Go weigh Cecil right now. Put him on the
He's
scale.
si-
Put
he's
yourself on the
60.
scale. Put Tim on the scale.
I
Put everyone on the scale.
think you got me. You got me. So
That dog. See, I don't think. I'm going to be honest right here. I don't think I could beat Cecil. I think
you
Cecil.
take him.
Maybe that would be the one where I would say I'll say yes. But if it gets much bigger than Cecil, I might have a problem with that dog. Like a big German Shepherd, those things can fuck you up.
I mean, sure.
For sure.
You know, like an 80-pound German Shepherd coming at you with those teeth, they just latch on. You're like, well, that arm's gone.
But that's
now. Now I
a
don't have to
large
use my
sized
arm.
dog. You're talking about a large sized dog. Let's stick with the medium size.
All right, so I'll
like
say
a border
yes.
collie,
tentative,
a
asterisk.
healthy looking border collie. You think you could just pop it in
collie.
the face?
Wait, which one's the border collie?
Lassie.
Oh, I'm fucking
No,
up
that's-
Lassie.
That's not Lassie. Lassie's a different type of dog.
Nah, Lassie's getting
The
its fucking
fucking
ass
confidence
kicked.
from Nick.
Oh, no.
Kick the shit out of Lassie.
No,
Somebody
I mean,
please animate that.
You know why, Tim? Because I go by in media and in real life. What do they use these dogs for? Lassie, they use them. You get stuck in a well, you tell fucking Lassie to go get you out of the well, right?
Exactly.
German Shepherds sniff out cocaine at airports and fucking maul people. That's what
Yeah,
they're for, right?
they're on coke.
Rottweilers maul people. Pit bulls maul people. This thing, that's your best friend right there, but it's going to go, hey, maybe we
Oh,
don't have
shit.
to fight. Just fucking hit it right in the face.
Or no, Nick.
Babe
The,
dog.
the thing about border collies, they're one of the smartest breeds. So like they'll know, you know, like they're gonna
What's he
feel
gonna-
fear.
Yeah, oh, he's going to know I'm coming after him, but what's he going to do? I'm going to get his back. We're going to cut a little bit, maybe go out, hang out for a little bit. I'm going to snap his fucking neck.
I'll
What
say
is the
this:
thing
I'm,
about border
I'm kind
collies?
of worried.
2 hearts. Gotta be
No,
careful.
Again?
just
Decoy
one,
heart.
Just one.
Goose
That
don't
second
either,
heart's
guys,
in there.
just so everyone knows. Goose do not have two hearts.
It's amazing.
I'm
if they
kind of
did this.
worried about the medium dog. And when I look,
But really?
The problem
one
with the
that I'm-
medium dog,
legitimately-
I feel, is it's the spinning carousel of which medium dog is going to come out. There's certain ones that we just looked at where I'm like, yeah, and second ones I'm like, ah, fuck, well,
you have
Yes,
like Greg on this list, they have to be breeds. You have to say, is it going to be Lassie or a fucking pit bull?
right.
You know, like, and I think
Pit
the thing that
bulls
I
are
worry
large
about
size.
I think the thing I worry about is the blood loss. Are the wounds?
Yeah.
Because once those fuckers are on, like I think of my friend. I'm looking right here at a list of medium dogs. A boxer is a medium dog.
No, that's
My
gonna-
friend had a
that's gonna be
boxer,
hard.
and those motherfuckers are so strong, and they run up because they're super excited, and like they knock into you, and you're kind of like pushed back from their sheer force. So, like again, we need to be more specific here with this list. I'm not very happy with it. Not happy with it.
I think for a medium size, I think for all of these animals, we have to assume they're at their peak, right?
So
Like we
you're
can't
not-
be.
Fair, we are
old
not at our
dogs.
peak.
Of
Sure.
strength.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Sorry. I don't mean peak condition, but like
Size.
if we're gonna say yes, we can beat a medium-sized
Yes,
dog, then I
yes.
think we're definitively saying we can beat
A
the
boxer.
range of medium-sized
Yeah,
dogs.
Yeah.
I think that's
yeah.
a good point. I think that's a good for the sake of argument for the rest of the time. We're not taking when we get to grizzly bear, we're not talking about a bear that's on its last leg. We're talking about someone picked this bear. It is a fucking prime of its life. Maybe a mama bear. There's some cubs behind it, and we got to take this thing
Sure.
on. That
I'm
boxer
looking-
will fuck me up. I swear.
Yeah,
That
I'm
thing-
But,
looking at
it's
this
not
list
as
and
big
it's
as it
like-
looks there.
I'm looking at these lists. Here's a bulldog, which is that a little fucking pudgy ass bulldog, and then a Samoyed, which a Samoyed is like the closest you can get to a wolf without being a wolf in terms of like size and shit.
No, they're
I wanna
very
see it.
light.
I want to see it.
Samoyeds are surprisingly light.
I want to
They're
see it.
they're super cute and stuff. But like, if you
Yeah.
ever see, no, not. Oh, and you know what? I'm thinking of Akita. I'm thinking Japanese
Yeah, oh,
Akita.
Akita's
Those
a
are
much
big.
bigger dog. Hold on, let me
A
pull
big
up the
old dog.
Samoyed for Nick.
Samoyeds are the best. And the
I wanna
cutest
be
dog I will
clear.
say, adult or child.
Oh, that's a cute
Look at
dog.
these. Look at these
That is
dogs.
a cute dog.
Do you see the baby?
That's
Yeah,
so
the
fluffy.
baby's real cute.
It's
Look
so
at that
fluffy.
baby.
It's like a fluffy Cecil or a giant moose.
Exactly.
What was
Tim
the other?
Gibb
What was the
Tim,
other
you
breed?
are muted.
It looks like Charmeleon and Charizard versions of Moose.
It does.
does. That's wild. You should get two of
Yeah.
these, like all three of them, Tim, and
So
have
then
it.
up it up one more level here. Eagle. 13% of
Eagles
American or
fucking us
13
up.
Britons and 23 Americans.
I don't understand how it goes from medium-sized dog to eagle. Like, look at this. Look at what's going on down
Yeah,
here.
the eagle's gonna just you're gonna get. It's gonna be.
Oh
tough.
my god.
Well, there's a
It's
big
gonna
be
drop
fly,
off
too.
though, Kev.
But what?
Like, look at the chart. Like, the jump from the medium-sized dog to the eagle is a large gap of people saying they could fight it. So it's like that makes sense to me. Where it's like the rat and the house cat are in their own section, goose and the medium dog are in their own, and then from eagle on, y'all are crazy if you're taking these things down.
Yeah, because after Eagle, large dog, which we've already been kind of going back and forth with, for that, it's 23% of Americans, 13% of Britons think they can beat it. And then chimpanzee.
No, dude,
17%
chimpanzee's
of
gonna rip off
Americans
your
think they
face.
can do it, which are just
No.
fucking lying to
You're
themselves.
just
And then 10%
idiots.
of Britons think they can do it. They're probably lying to themselves too. Chimpanzees, yeah, I ain't fucking with that, man.
Greg.
That's when it gets crazy.
Somebody thought they could beat an elephant
Yeah, so then I'll keep going. I'm just
In
going
an
to read it off the
octagon.
list, right?
in a fucking octagon.
In the
You think you can
octagon,
beat
King
an
No, I
Cobra,
think-
elephant?
I think-
15%. Everybody, clear comms.
Okay.
King Cobra, 15% of Americans say they could beat it. 7% think they could do it in Britain. Kangaroo, 14% of Americans to 5% of Britons. Wolf, 12% of Americans to 4% of the English. Crocodile, 9% of Americans to 3% of Britons. Gorilla, 8% of Americans to 2% of Britons. Lion, 8 to 2. Elephant, 8 to 2. Grizzly bear, 6 to 2.
Do
Can you
anyone
read
here?
these last numbers?
Does anyone here think that they could take on an eagle or above on this list?
No.
I
Absolutely
want to
not.
say, I believe that I can take on a large dog. I've had a lot over the last year of experience with dogs at the dog parks getting into fights and having to break it up, including 120-pound, what is it, the Corso? This is a giant fucking dog. But like,
Please bring up whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, I don't know about
I
that.
need to see what Kevin's taken down in the
it's not really
streets.
taking it out.
Not even in an
Like,
octagon.
They get into fights and you have to pull them apart, or else. Why am I asking you don't have to pull them apart? But it gets really dangerous.
But
What
the,
is it,
the,
Cam?
the deciding factor is two things here that, and not to disagree with you, Kev, two things that are working against you here. That one, they have leashes. right? They have collars that you can grab a hold of and pull them away.
Yeah,
they don't
but
have that in the octagon. And 2, there's no other dog. They're coming straight for your right for the
But
midsection.
I'm telling you, like I've had to move them
Crotch.
around when they're upset.
Well, what are you grabbing? What are you using? What's your main?
If you grab the flesh of their neck, they do not like that. And that's what I would do.
Okay.
Kevin, you know what? I think Kevin might be a little bit right here, and I'm about to say this. I think a lot of us could take on a large dog. We will not be very healthy afterwards. I'll say that. Because you kind of have to sacrifice one of your arms. Because it's going to run and jump for your arm or your leg or whatever. And when it is in that position, that is because it gets so focused and dead set on it. And when it's grasping onto your forearm or your ankle, that's where you that's where I think it's the most vulnerable, where you go for the eyes or you go for the throat with your other arm. And it is on the ground and you're just like pushing this motherfucker down, and you could bite all you want and my leg's probably going to be fucked up. I'm probably have to get this shit cut off later, but like you won't be breathing when I'm pushing down on your neck. That's all I'm saying, dude.
What do you think? Kev?
Sorry? Oh, no, sorry.
raised?
Just when he said the eyes, I was picturing it very graphically, and you get to the eyes part. And I was
you go for the eyes, you go for the throat. You got to stop it from breathing. It's going to panic and stop biting or whatever. You're going to be fucked up. Don't get me wrong. You're going to be changed for life.
I always go back to The Dark Knight, though. Like, he struggled with dogs in that movie.
Yeah.
He fought other humans fine, but dogs seem to be what he struggled with the most in that movie.
Well, when he was training with the League of
multiple.
Extraordinary Gentlemen, he never trained against that particular breed of dog.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's what they're called.
So I have a question for you guys, and I am the least educated among us for sure. If I had to choose one above the medium-sized dog, because I feel like if I had to, I probably could have a chance to beat that thing. But eagle and above, I'm worried. If I had to choose which one of these to fight, I feel like I might go King Cobra over the large dog. Is that a stupid call?
I think so. If you had like a stick, you might be in a better place. But like, you got to get behind it and try to step on his head.
Yeah, you got to catch
and
its head.
Squeeze the head and break it. You know what I mean? That's the only move.
The thing is, the thing with the snakes, from what I've gleaned from following people on Instagram, is that they always have the curved stick where they can use to, like, move it around. So you keep your distance so they're not in striking distance.
You need 3-foot stick for sure.
Once you have the snake, you can hold it. Apparently, sometimes I guess you can hold it by the tail, but I don't think that's smart. Most of the time, they hold it by the back of the scruff.
Oh,
so it can't. Like, you can hold it like this, so its mouth is this way, and you go, now I've got you. And you can just do whatever you want.
Now I've got you.
Right?
I have watched
but you have
many
to be fast to be able to grab
I have
that
watched
thing.
many a snake videos, and again, they are my biggest fear. But that's what motivates me. Which is why I am Snake Man. And when you have, it's always the distraction with one arm. It's the distraction with one arm. And you're showing it one arm, and it's like looking at your left hand, and it's like trying to strike, and you're doing this, and you're wrapping around with your right arm, bam, back of the fucking head. You never, like, the amount of mistakes and issues that people have when they grab the tail, you're done for. And
strike hard, strike fast.
Exactly. No mercy, Tim, no mercy. And the problem with the Cobra is, like, again, it's a one shot, one kill. If it's hitting you one shot, or you're getting hit at one shot with the head.
Yeah.
And that's the scariest part. Now, can you probably kill it before the poison slowly eats away at your insides? You probably can, but you'll be dead an hour later.
You have to assume that there's a guy waiting there with like anti-venom. Like, right?
The scary thing, though, is if it hits you and it is fast acting, are you alive when it swallows you whole?
It won't swallow you whole.
I mean, Kevin,
Cobra does.
Kevin, Kevin,
never thought about that.
I think the thing that you're bringing up about an anti-venom thing, I think that's cheating. I don't think that's allowed.
Post-fight.
You've killed it.
Once you've killed it.
I don't think that's allowed because
you bit them, they got anti-human bites.
But if that's the case, then any of us can kill a king cobra. Like,
yeah, because this animal is designed to kill slowly. Like, that's how it does it in the wild, right? If it gets its venom in there, it takes time. So, like,
venom.
Well, again, don't blame Kevin for the how poorly this thing's designed. It's not his fault.
Thank God, that's not on Kevin.
But I don't think there is a man sitting outside with a little truck saying, like, "Got you, brother. Whenever you need me, whatever you need me, I'm over here. I got the little anti-venom."
Well,
I don't think
there's
that's
definitely a medic.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Andy. Like, if in my mind, this is like if you're fighting in an octagon, there's an audience. If there's an audience, there's a medic.
There's a medic.
You know.
Well, then,
but also, if it's a fight to the death. The
Well, then
rules are out the window. You're right.
100% of people should
Once
say
it's
that
dead.
they can kill a king cobra then, because its venom is not going to take you down before you can grab it by the head. Like it can bite you
You don't
all
know
you
that.
want. You're
You
not
can-
going to die of flesh wounds. You're going to die of the venom.
But Andy,
no, they
people
don't constrict
panic.
like that, dude.
But people panic. They get bitten. They panic. All the blood starts rushing around.
Yeah, the
Suddenly it
adrenaline
clots.
kicks in.
Here's the thing,
You
though.
ever seen when
usually like-
rattlesnake?
I'm injecting myself with adrenaline in the neck before I go in there, Kevin. Just a
Cranked
big old
three.
fucking
That's the
shot.
opposite of what you want to do. You
Yeah,
want to
crank
they want to
three
take some CBD and relax a little bit, maybe do a little meditation before you go
Slow
fight
down
this
your
fucking
heart
thing.
rate. You want to
Slow
slow
down
down
your
your
heart
heart rate.
You want your heart rate to be like 1 beat
I-
per minute.
I feel like this list is there's two that are very much out of order.
Yeah.
Like the chimp, no, the eagle. I think that should be under the large dog because that scares me. Because he's gonna be coming down unless he's not flying. Can we get the eagle?
No, it
not
can fly. The eagle can fly. If the eagle can't fly, you're like,
Well,
well,
so
this is
he's
gonna be easier.
Yeah,
I mean, he's in
that's
the
a lot
octagon.
easier.
How
It's like
tall is
fighting
the
a big
octagon,
chicken.
you know?
I mean,
And then-
there's no roof to the octagon. You can fly up to the rafters, hang out there for a second, wear you
Jesus
down.
Christ, what a nightmare.
Wear you down.
I just can't believe that there's someone that's like, yeah, I'd beat an elephant in a fight.
Well, here's where it
They're
gets
those are shitters.
just
Those are shitters.
good
They don't
fucking
mean
luck
that.
is here's where it gets hand-to-hand combat. The kangaroo for me. Have you seen
Fuck
the
that.
image of
Oh,
how
I'll pull it
jacked
up.
kangaroos are?
I'll pull
Thank
it up.
you.
I
Have you
don't
seen
know
the
why
video? The guy punched the kangaroo in the face.
Great
You're
video.
dead. This thing's
I don't
Yeah,
know,
but like
murdered.
we're not that guy.
No,
why
we're
aren't
not that guy.
hippos? Why aren't
I can
hippos
swear
on
up
the
like
list?
that
They
guy
kill
does.
hippos.
Let me
Kill
see
more
the,
humans.
I want to see that video.
Most kill more humans.
Hippos kill most humans of all these animals.
Yeah, but
Oh,
sharks
animals.
are
Here
on
it is.
a list
Bam. Look at
here.
this guy. Look at this guy. The dog's getting fucked up. Imagine if it's Porty over there fighting the
They look
kangaroo.
like, they kind of look like they're playing though.
Well, they're tired
You
and
know?
winded and don't understand why he's screaming. All of a sudden, looking
There
at
he
us.
goes.
You want to
There
go,
he goes. Look at
motherfucker? He's
him.
like, yeah, look at him
He's
square
squaring
up.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
shit.
Fuck you, Tomo News.
Oh man, and then you won't believe what happened next. His safari was, or no, his walkabout was
Why is he
ruined.
banging the
What was
dog?
that CG?
What was he hit the dog's ass? What the
Why-
fuck is this?
They reenacted it.
Man, they really went. They went above and beyond trying to make this a thing. Huh?
Get
This
off
video
my
looks
thing.
way clearer than any of the other versions I ever saw of it.
This
Well,
is
maybe
the
take a knife out.
Como
Maybe take a
paid
knife
for
out.
the exclusive rights.
So
and
he's
then
got a
everybody else did
giant
it.
knife. Oh my god, this is
Why?
great. This is great. This is like one of those Korean, you
Is
know.
it a
Yeah.
boar? Why
So
is
what
he
they
wearing a life
mentioned was
vest?
apparently the kangaroo would like with its big ass talons on its feet were
Feet,
gonna
yeah.
it was going for the throat right here.
Yeah, well, the dog you can see his neck's already screwed up.
Yeah,
right?
he's
It's
gonna
already
kick him.
bloody
He's
as
gonna
hell.
kick his throat.
I'm
Here
fucking
it is.
kicking
Yeah,
his
he's
Boom,
ass.
bitch.
Oh damn, fuck.
And the kangaroo's just like
Yeah,
fuck.
fuck you. I didn't know it was gonna be like that, bro.
You know what? Game respect game, dog.
There it is. There it is.
Oh.
It's just I think it's mostly confusion right there.
Well, I mean, it works.
Like, wow. I didn't
That's not what I'm talking about, right, Kevin? You know the picture I'm talking about of the
But
kangaroo.
you said you wanted to see the video. Remember?
I did. That's perfect, and this is perfect. But Kevin, you and I both know who we're fighting. Do you know the picture I'm talking about?
Yes. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. That's
the
the
kangaroo
one.
flexing.
The fucking. It looks like Chris Hemsworth from Thor: Love and Thunder. That's who you're
As
fighting
of-
right now.
As of January 2021, hippos kill nearly twice as many humans as lions do a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's 'cause
500 people a year.
I don't think people like are afraid of
They don't
hippos
respect
the way
hippo as much as they should.
the
Yeah,
way
that's
that you
the problem.
should. Because the hippo right now can kill any animal it wants.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big ass animal.
Yeah. Hold on.
I keep
Do you think
looking
a hippo
at this
can kill an
chart,
elephant?
and I keep reading it. Kev, can you bring up the chart again?
Give me 1 second. Look at this. fucking
That's what I'm
asshole.
talking about right there.
Yeah, that's scary.
Greg, you're squaring off against this thing, and it said, "What'd you say? What the fuck did you just say to me?"
Nothing,
Look
man.
at
Sorry,
it.
I was talking.
He
I was
says
talking
it with
about-
an
I was
Australian
making a joke.
accent,
I was
too.
making-
Hey,
What are you
there,
saying,
governor.
mate? What, mate?
I want
It's
this
an
thing's
apology and you
arms.
walk away. You know.
Yep.
Wait, no, that's wolf comparison.
Hold on, I want to try to find the one that
I keep reading this as 2,082 gigabytes of adults.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, there you go.
The internet has ruined you.
It has so many times.
Wait, is that all you wanted? Is that what you wanted this image of?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's why.
Nick,
Why?
so you can't beat the elephant for sure in the octagon. Do you think how long do you think you can last?
You don't last very long. If the elephant's charged up and it's charging you, it's just going to trample you.
Again,
to
in
death.
its native tongue, it's explained. It's been explained.
Yeah, it knows. It knows.
It
Right,
never
and you're like,
forgets.
oh. It's a,
There's
this,
nothing you could possibly do. You can't puncture its
What are you gonna
skin.
do?
You
What are you
can't.
gonna do?
Yeah, like this, you
What-
need a weapon, and even
what's
then,
the
you're
s-
still gonna die.
What's the smallest weapon that like you could use? You think
I need a javelin, Kevin.
Your
Javelin
wits.
right through its skull.
Your
a
wits.
javelin? You think you could chuck a javelin through an
Oh
elephant
yeah,
skull?
I'm really good
Have
with
you
a
ever
javelin,
seen-
Kevin.
Have you ever seen an elephant skull, like the bone?
Big.
No.
skull.
Thick.
It's got a weak point though.
Thick.
It's like the Death Star, Kevin.
I don't think
Shot
so.
Colossus.
But
In the
Andy,
back
what
of
if you
it,
do
there's-
this? Andy, the
its brain
elephant's
is
sitting there,
exposed.
right? It's just sitting there, and it's doing that thing that they do where they like kind of start, ooh, and it's charging up, charging.
Oh,
you,
I
right?
thought you meant the sideways thing.
No,
They-
it's not. It can do that too. It's doing a little bit, and you're like, oh, this thing's getting ready to charge up. But it's like it's doing the thing that fighters do sometimes. So they'll kind of wipe their feet off a little bit, make sure they get a little like
Sure.
grunge on them, right?
Yeah.
And it's about to charge at you. You pick up the javelin from Suicide Squad, right? You hurl it. It dodges. The javelin goes and it kills Chuck the Iceman Liddell, who's just
Oh
He's in there
no!
watching-
Chuck Liddell's
Oh,
there
no.
watching this blood sport, and he just
Right
got killed
through
by a
his-
javelin.
No, he was up next for the battle.
He's like, oh no, what are you gonna do? Tim's got to fight now.
I hate to see it.
And then the
Fucking
elephant looks at
Oh.
me and goes, "Thank you. I didn't want to fight that."
I want to
Chuck
fight that
Liddell."
fucking thing.
You
Look at
did
this
a job.
doofus. This is not nearly as cool as I thought an elephant skull would look.
Oh, were you
I think
thinking
it's-
more
Skulls
something
don't look
like
fun.
this?
You always want skulls to be cool and look cool. They always
Human
look
skulls
lame.
are cool as hell.
No, you've just been.
Snake
That's just what you
skulls?
think they are. The dancing skulls is what you make. You know, you see all these dancing skeletons at Halloween time. You think it's cool. It's just what
I'm
You're
right with you.
tripping, dude.
Greg.
There's
cat
literally
skulls, dog skulls. They
the
look
equivalent of the
lame.
X-wing design for humans is the Grim Reaper. There's
That's
nothing
true.
fucking cooler
That's cool.
than a hood with
Wait,
a skull.
wait.
That's it.
Yeah, no, the Grim Reaper's dope. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying like skulls are
But
never
guys,
as cool as they should.
Just for scale, look at the man standing next to this skull. That's a whole human being.
Yeah, that's a big guy.
Standing next to.
He's at
a
least 30 feet
giant-
behind though.
Yeah, he might be like 5 feet behind, but like an elephant skull is big. And
I will
thick.
say though
there's
that
no
I'm
way you're
with
piercing this.
I'm with Greg though that there
Thank
are
you.
so many dinosaur skulls that you think are gonna look dope as hell and they never do. And it's because the dinosaurs got
T-Rex
these
skull looks dope.
big like empty
Nasal-
pockets where their
yeah.
nasal sinuses
their
and areas
feathers
go.
went.
It's like these things are weak as fuck, dude. Got
Yeah, no,
feathers
you
all
want to talk
over 'em.
about like, you know, you get in a bar fight and somebody breaks your orbital bone. Think about if you were fighting a dinosaur, their heads, they're all going to cave in.
I do often like to talk about being in a bar fight and breaking my orbital bone.
Yeah, that's the one bone that you think to yourself, do I need this bone?
I need to be careful with this one.
It's orbitable.
Guys, this is why people thought there were giant cyclopses existed.
Oh, because of the eye and the
That means
hole.
Oh,
that-
I thought the eye was
Dummies.
in there. Was that just nose? Is that the
You
nasal
see
cavity?
that?
Oh, what the hell is this?
What? This is
It's
the
a
same
predator.
thing.
I think
this-
why we
this is
get
the
annoyed
side
with it is
perspective.
because like I also want the ears to have bone. You know,
Sure.
Yeah, it's cartilage.
like the elephant. I want the elephant ears to have a bone, so it looks like oh, that's an elephant skull because the big ears. You know, I want those
Yeah.
to be made out of some sort of bone,
See?
but they're not.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Look at
talking
this
about
one.
here,
See,
Kevin.
here he got pegged by a javelin.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh,
Kevin.
right there, right between the eyes. You hate to see it. That's how you take them out.
I'm in that 8%. I said yes.
You
very
see Chuck. You
confident.
see Chuck Liddell behind him, and you're like, "Thanks, Andy, good job." Yeah, I just sent you the one I was thinking of. It's
Why?
similar to the one, but check this out.
Nick just keeps sending
Another one.
kangaroo photos.
This one's fucking. It's
Why?
because it's terrifying. It's not a photo; it's a video. Watch when we play it,
Oh,
you'll see.
God.
Oh, well, you asked me to send you a photo.
Yeah, no, this is.
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Look at this. Look at him flexing. You think you can take that, Greg? You don't
No.
think you can take that
That's
right
a
there?
pocket. We don't know if he's strapped or not. We
Look
don't
at
know
him.
what
Oh,
he
look
has
at him. He's
in
going
there.
for. Look at him. He's going.
He's there.
Fuck,
He's
he's tying
in
up with a Russian tie. There it is.
No,
Aren't
it's a snake.
aren't
It's a snake.
guys are
kangaroos like really horny all the time?
No, you think
They're just like
koalas.
us, Andy.
Kangaroos horny.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Kind of Funny podcast. Each and every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table, each coming to bullshit about whatever it is they want to bullshit about. If you like that, you can head over to patreon.com/kindoffunny, where you can get 2 episodes each and every week. You can get them ad free. You can get them with the exclusive post show we're about to do. You could be watching them live as we record them, like Kyle, the Lou, and Lexi GR. Of course, if you have no bucks tossed our way, no big deal. YouTube.com/kindoffunny, roosterteeth.com, podcast services around the globe. You have to get the ads. You don't get the post show, but you still have a good time.
Before
Can't-
the show ends, can I just read this headline? And I'm not going to read the article. I'm just going to read the headline.
Okay.
I think you can.
A lot of articles are talking about this back in 2016. The headline on Huffington Post says, "Grieving kangaroo," in quotes, is actually really, really horny, expert says.
I get it. I get it.
And every article says the kangaroo isn't crying, he's horny. And the next headline says how kangaroo in viral photos are not grieving. It was horny. Every news outlet is just so freely using the word horny.
Hey, man, when they get
What
their
does it
shot, they're gonna take it.
mean?
Horny is.
Oh, I see. The morning
Yeah, so-
kangaroo is trying to mate.
A
Yeah, he's
whole
trying to get-
new
he's trying to get
meaning
his free
to
con.
going down under.
Oh, God. Cameron, where can people keep up with you?
Easiest way to find me is on Twitter at Cameron Ken. That's CameronKen.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a post show to do, but if you're not coming with us, until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.